just to make sure he had this down. And then he had to find the woman. And just how God makes things happen, he found one. And it's the one that he's going to be with forever, his life partner. So this is cool. Johnny for sure has been with a lot of, I think he liked it. We were comfortable with it, but John's lived with a lot of married families. So I'm pretty sure he was doing his homework, and I hope he remembered one thing for sure as he's there, because most of the families that he lived with, there was a wife that was a woman and a man that was a husband. So basically what you got to remember is, John, the woman's always right. And a happy wife is a happy life. Right on. So, John, I really appreciate you making me your best man. I don't know if I've lived up to it, but I appreciate it. I love you like a son. You got a great family here and friends that you put us to talk to. You've got a network here that spreads across the whole United States. Maybe in other nations. I don't know either. But it's pretty cool what you did, and I think you've settled. Jamie's awesome, beautiful. Look at this. Woo, hot. So before I keep babbling on, I'm going to give this over to Melissa. Right? It's your turn? Oh my God, look at, she's got a whole... Okay, thank you. Should we do a toast though? Let's do a toast. To the, I call them now, I think it's the triple J's. Josh, John, Jamie. There you go. Mr. and Mrs. Kevorkian.
Thanks, Ed. Okay, yeah, I'm type A, so I wrote mine down, and I'm going to read it. For those who don't know me, I'm Melissa. I'm Jamie's older sister, as she likes to think, even though she's got a couple years on me. I just want to apologize in advance. I'm not usually long-winded, for those that do know me, but I've been waiting for this moment for quite some time. I think I've honestly been waiting for it longer than she has. It has not been an easy road to get to this point. Life has definitely thrown some lemons her way, but I think the most lovable quality about her is that she continues to get up every morning with a smile on her face and an optimistic attitude, which I know firsthand because I lived with her, and it can be real annoying on some mornings. But nonetheless, she's got to be the most deserving person of a happily ever after. Throughout the years, I've taken on her struggles as my own and try to be there for her through every wrong turn or bump in the road, as she is. There's been a few. As she has done the same for me, though. Since we were little, we've always been polar opposites. Personality is definitely one example of that. She's outgoing, carefree, energetic, warm, and courageous. She really does leave a lasting impression on pretty much everyone she meets. Perfect example of this, her and Josh lived with my husband Adam and I when Josh was about 1 year old, and shortly after they moved out, I was out in my front yard watering this tree that Adam and I had just planted, and my neighbor came out, and he started chatting me up about the tree and the care of it. And so we were talking a bit, and then he proceeded to ask me if I was a friend of the family. And I said, no, I live here. And I had met him a couple times. Adam and I had lived there for a few years by this point, but he honestly thought Jamie was Adam's wife. And I guess I was just the hired help. I always remember that story not to maybe highlight my potential shortcomings as a friendly neighbor, but to illustrate how memorable she is and the impact that she can have on people without even realizing it, like I'm sure she has done with a lot of people here today. Turn it over. I think it's obvious by the amount of people that came here today that John has had the same impact on his friends and family that Jamie has had, just by the number of people that came to support them. When she came back from Vegas and told me she met a guy, I thought, oh God, here we go. But it became pretty apparent pretty soon that this guy was different, and this guy made her feel different. And it was about, I think, 2 months into the relationship that I began to realize that this was it, that she had found that missing piece to her puzzle that we had both been looking for. It was a mutual effort, but I've had the opportunity to get to know John better over the past couple months, and I really appreciate the time that he's taken to get to know Adam and I, knowing the importance of Jamie and I's relationship. There was one weekend, specifically, where he came down and helped us stone this chimney that we had in our backyard, and he worked nonstop, and I mean nonstop. If he didn't know the way into my good graces before then, he should know it now. It's free labor. So I have a list, a to-do list. But in all seriousness, he did not even stop to eat. We had to force feed him, which was pretty remarkable to me because I think we started about 8:30 in the morning, and my husband was asking for lunch at 10. And secondly, it was just such a selfless act of him to come and help us out. I'm sure he had better things to do, but he was so happy to do it for us. And it was just a great weekend that we all spent together, even though we were pretty exhausted by Sunday evening. I've been waiting for someone to fit so seamlessly into Jamie's life, and I knew it would happen. I knew that one day a guy would come along and see her for the way I see her. For the wonderful mother, amazing friend and sister, and overall just resilient, kick-ass woman that she is. And more importantly than that, I do care about her, but I care about this guy even more. More importantly, would treat my nephew like his own and give him the best opportunities in life. And I'm so grateful to John that he is that guy. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys. I love you both. Congratulations.
Oh, one more toast. Raise that glass. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Kevorkian.
Well, I'd like to thank all the family and friends for coming and celebrating John and Jamie's fabulous day today, and along with Mike and Debbie Sanchez, the Kevorkian family, Marlene, for all of us to get together and celebrate this is fantastic. So just wanted to say thank all of you for coming, and
Well, that's a couple of hard acts to follow, but I'll give it a shot. Again, welcome everybody, our families and friends here today. Appreciate everybody showing up. We made a lot of new friends and continue to meet some new families, so I think that's great. I'd like to give a shout out to Marlene, John's mom, for providing us with this great venue. Thank you, Marlene. I got here early, and she was still barking orders to a lot of the people, and I thought that was great. So thank you again, Marlene. I just have a couple of short stories, so I'll try not to ramble. But I hadn't known John all that long when he came up to me and had something important to talk about. And it happened to be last Thanksgiving. We were just finishing dinner and hanging around the table talking, and I got up to do my usual chore, that was taking out the garbage, and I noticed John following behind me, and I thought that was odd. I just had one bag, so I don't know what he was going to do. So we got around the trash cans, and John said, Mike, I've been wanting to talk to you alone, and I've got something important to ask you. So I said, yeah, okay, John, what's on your mind? And he started talking about how much he cared for Jamie and how much fun she was. And that, and Josh, he enjoyed being with Josh. And that he wanted them to be together as a family. He stated that he didn't feel living together was the right thing, and he wanted my permission to ask for her hand in marriage. Well, I was real surprised, definitely, and concerned as any, I think, parent would be. Like I mentioned earlier, we had hardly known John that long, and I thought he was kind of rushing into things. So, but the more we talked about family and marriage, I really got a good feeling about him, and I knew he'd be a good fit for Jamie and a great role model for our grandson. So I gave John my permission and my blessing, and I wished him good luck. Yeah. So about a month later, we got word that they were engaged and were planning a June wedding. Well, my first reaction to Debbie was, you mean like in 6 months? She goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure, So I'm thinking, Jamie, you're doing to me again. You got to be kidding. I kind of settled down a little bit, and we made a phone call and started talking, and I said, Jamie, what's the rush? 6 months, that's a long time, short time to try to plan a major wedding. Well, she says, don't worry, Dad, we got a plan. And, that kind of made me worry because those words out of Jamie I've heard so many times. Along with, did I mention that, we got to do this? Or, I forgot something. Can you run and pick it up? And you get the picture, So, good luck, John, with that. So, well, I want to shift gears a little bit and kind of bear with me. There's an old proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. And fortunately, I had a lot of support early on. I really can relate to that proverb, as most of you parents can. But I was fortunate to have a good support staff, some good friends, my family, and especially my mom, who was a big help all those years. And I couldn't have, thank you, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mom. But then I got lucky. I met this wonderful woman, a single mom with 2 young children of her own. And we went on a blind date. We hit it off, and we dated for a few years, and then decided to get married and bring our 2 families together as one. Debbie became a full-time mom, and she raised my daughters as her own. And not an easy task, but she did a great job, and I just want to thank her very much, and I love you very much. So, back to John and Jamie. John, welcome to our family. And to you two, the best of luck. Our prayers are with you guys as you start your new family together. So, best of luck. Okay.
All right, next we have the mom of the groom. Oh, yeah, toast. Every time we do a speech, you got to toast, so fill the bottle up. Here's Miss Marlene.
Okay. I brought my booze up so I don't forget. First, I love these guys, but I want to also thank, before I forget, because how could I forget, all my friends, including the owners of this wonderful place, the Blom family, my friend Rob Pacheco over here. If it feels like a Portuguese moment, that's true. And over there, Julie Amaral. Yeah, Fala mais portuguesa over there. They just got back from Portugal Saturday. And Monica Farhat, my friends. My other more familiar friends, right here, Carissa Wright. I got it's January and we're going to do a June wedding. And do you know? Sure. You bet. You know what? We're cut from similar cloth, Miss Thing. I got to spend a lot of time with this girl. I knew my son would get it right because he had too many learning experiences on the opposite of that. And so, and so I knew he'd get it right, so I wasn't worried about him. And then I got to hang out with you while we're doing this whole thing. And I go, I really dig this girl. And that you found a family, John, that's just as blended as your own is amazing, which is pretty cool. I am so glad to know all of you. I am. I'm so happy to know all of you. And your pastor, is Ronnie still here or did he go? Ronnie, are you still here? And Patty? No. Oh, what was that an amazing ceremony? I think that was one of the best ceremonies I have ever been at, and thank you for that. And I get to say it's my son and daughter-in-laws that it was. God bless you. I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier. I'm really excited. When's our next event? Because this girl, I'm telling you, I got to tell you, son, I'm serious. You did a really good job. She was amazing. I'd hire her now. Like, come on now, y'all moving up here or what? She was so, you were so good yesterday, and you were amazing. We were just like divided and conquered, and it was easy, and there was no snipping or anything. By the way, Melissa, you're not hired. No. No, she, I know there was almost two bosses, but I was already warned. So, No, I'm teasing you. You were amazing. It was great not to have to be the boss. Where's Mike? What were you ratting me out for? You were supposed to walk up here and say, oh, she was so chill through the whole thing. What a great family. What a great group. I'm looking out here going, only God could put this together. Only way. There's the only way this could happen. So, to all of you, God bless you, keep you, and know that miracles happen, and aren't we so lucky to be part of them? Yay. What? You kid?
Okay. Is it on? Hello? Okay. Help me up. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it. I know everybody drove, flew, took a train. We had so many people that are here and that love us very much, and that we appreciate you spending our special day here together. And everybody who helped, all of our vendors were amazing. Marlene, again, you outdid yourself. Melissa, you finished all my projects. You were so great and made this beautiful. I can't ask you enough thank you. And to our friends and family, thank you so much, all of our families. So I can't wait to meet everybody. I know there's a lot of people here, but I'm going to try and get around everywhere. But if I don't, I'm going to be right at the dance floor, so you can see me there.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we love you.
All right, we're going to head to the cake.